to the Twin Flame Divine Love Reading for November 29th through December 6th, 2017. As always, I hope you all are doing well, and you are, especially after Thanksgiving and all that eating. So staying healthy, staying away from the flu. So for this week, a lot of things have been going on. The moon's going to be during this week, a super full moon, they say. So I believe a lot of truth's going to come to light, as always. A lot of emotion, a good time to release a lot of stuff as well. I know during the new moon is usually when we do that, but even with these full moons, things are coming to light for us to truly take and release. Even to the point of now that I've gotten a lot of more messages working with clients, it's all about as well, one of the major messages of a lot of the times we get upset with the masculine because he's not truthful, doesn't show up, doesn't do what he's supposed to do sometimes for us. And what we're seeing in the 3D, which we're trying not to pay attention to, right? That karmic stuff. So we don't want to create more of it, because the more we pay attention to them in the 3D, the more we create that karmic energy. And if we're not ready to be together yet, which most of us are not, we're still working on all these things, we can create more of this karmic energy for them, because it's not time for you to be together, so then all this stuff starts happening. And that's usually when the separation happens as well. So feeling all that, getting more information, right? Because it's always going to be coming to us around these moons. I have a ritual to help with better communication that works great with the moon cycles. I have not put that up there on, like I have it on my website, but I haven't put that it's really with the moon. That's been helping a lot of clients. Also recognizing, as I said, the masculine does these certain things to give us messages. And one of the main things is they aren't very truthful, they hide things, they do whatever. Well, that's one of our messages. It's come to me that we have some dark stuff. It's time to go to the shadow side. I've been doing the light healing, the spiritual light healing, and I've been doing that with clients and helping them on the lighter levels of healing that. But then it came to me, thank you, would work with a certain client, whom I adore, and it went to, I got to go deeper, it's got to be deeper, and I was like, oh yeah, past life. Some of the stuff for the feminine in the past life, even for the masculine as well, but we start with the feminine, has been shoved down there, and then we have the free will, right, to have those lighter things healed, right, and that's what I've helped people with, figuring out what those are. But now it's going deeper, a little bit deeper into the darker side of us and things that have gone on in our past lives that are still stuck within us, that is stopping us from being feminine in our sexual, sacral, sensual energy, okay, and that divine feminine energy. We've healed a lot of stuff. I've helped clients heal it more on the level of this, you know, loving your feminine energy, understanding it, whatever. And then I kept saying, do the sacral and sensual energy, pushing toward that. Well, some of that gets healed, but there's deeper, darker stuff that's gone on in our past lives that is needing to come to the surface and to be healed. So I've been started that. I have that on a continued services site, but most of all, the way that it works is we start off healing on the lighter side, and then we go deeper, and then we bring it up, and then heal it on the lighter, because you can't go right from the dark sending up to the light to heal spiritually. So what happens is we come with some of that dark stuff to be healed just a little bit, to make it a little bit lighter. Then it goes on to that 5D, and then it gets healed within the 5D and goes up to the 6, spiritually healed, and comes back down to heal within the 3D. So it's like I was saying, well, most of you know what I look like. I have really blonde hair, but I was saying, you know, they gave this information to me, obviously, because I know that sometimes when you have darker hair, it's like a two-thing process. To bleach your hair, you just can't take dark hair and make it blonde, right? Bleach blonde. So there's to lighten it up a little bit in the first process, and then the second process is really sending it up and getting it to that beautiful color, okay? So just want to put all that out there, what's been going on. And also for this week, what I am feeling, like I said, the truth coming to light, a lot more of the communication, but I do feel like we're all kind of busy, especially this time of year. So if there's not as much communication in the 3D, you can still feel it in the 5D. But I feel we're also scrambling for the end of the year, so all the stuff that's going on with us, we're trying to recalibrate, trying to get these healings done, trying to get everything working and moving forward. So there's going to be, I feel, less communication maybe, but like I keep saying, it's more quality than quantity, and that's truly what's most important, isn't it? I mean, we could talk all day long and never get any messages or understand what's going on, or we can get a message here and there, and it's of quality. And for those of you who are not in any type of communication with yours, knowing that it's coming closer to feeling better about it all. Once we start releasing more and more of the expectations of it, the worried, the neediness of it all, the obsession that we were cautioned about with the new moon, how we can be obsessive about it all, letting go of that obsession, working more on ourselves, can't say that enough, and I'm, saying more and more how to do that, a certain protocol of doing that, because we're all kind of in the same place. Okay. Like, we're not in the same place, sorry. We're in the same place of our energies of feminine, masculine, feminine, and we're on the same journey, maybe different paths, but there are certain things that we can clear to truly help with our situation on a full level. Okay? Okay. I gotta get this right. Okay, so many messages come through me. So as you can tell how quickly I speak, that's just the divine. They're really full of jokes too. Sometimes the things they show me, it's like, ah, ha, ha, I get it, And then it will urge people in a certain way to do things, and I end up with clients who are just like, wow, okay, we get the message. And I guess that's why I do so many cards, because it just continually lets us know, yes, this is the message, this is the message. Sometimes we go, really? Truly? Is this my intuition? Is this my ego not recognizing it? And so that's why I do all of this. So it's like, oh, right, there it is, again and again, to show you. This is what it is. But for this week, I just wanted to be open and just see, okay, what they have to say instead of having my notions. But I do have the feelings of the energy. And as you know, I do the energy surrounding this week that we can take from, be aware of, and take from. And then we do the 3D energies that are there that are kind of pushing us either way. Okay, so let's make sure I'm in the frame pretty well. Okay, so here we go. The basis of the relationship with love this week for the masculine is the wheel. Very nice. A time of positive change. A situation suddenly moves forward. Fortune is on your side. So like I said, I have a feeling the masculine is kind of busy, but in a good way. Busy in a positive way now. Not so much of the karmic battles, but working toward what he desires within his masculine energy and within what type of relationship he's wanting. So this time of year is always kind of when we start to think about the past part of the year and then figure out what did I accomplish, what did I really want. And so right now it's like clicking him into a time of positive change out of that karmic stuff, not being so negative and not really battling it anymore. Really have been feeling that. And suddenly moving forward, and fortune is on his side. Beautiful, wonderful. And fortunate, it's a number 1 as well, so that's that new beginning, right? A time of positive change. So more positive energy coming to him. And I think because the feminine is working to be in that more positive light and leaving him alone, not creating that karma anymore, okay? So things are going to be changing, even though if in the past it seemed really dark and upsetting, well, that always pushes us toward the light, doesn't it? So getting in there, recognizing it, and so he's starting off this week with in a great position, right? So this is perfect for him, and yay. So then we go to what's the feminine, and it's also Archangel Michael, so it's totally protected. He's totally protected in the ideas and the things that he desires right now, and knowing there's this positive change, it's there, and it's happening suddenly. Fortune is on his, lovely, sorry, I just wanted to go through that again. So the, deep breath. Basis of the relationship with love this week for the feminine is King of Water. Get advice from someone professional and objective. Public speaking, unemotional relationships. Yeah, we're really kind of, I feel like not being so obsessive, not being so emotional surrounding the masculine, just having those relationships around us, trying to just not be so embroiled in drama. Okay, no more need for this drama and creating the drama surrounding the masculine. Obviously, we're stepping back from that. Bravo. You know, because it's so important to step back from that, to recognize it's important to be in my space, my energy, and working on us, right, as the feminine, getting rid of any of that stuff, the healings we've all been doing. I know we have, becoming more into the light and getting some help still from others who might be able to help us, and that is even within the collective. So like I say, commenting and talking to one another, being in the group and helping one another just to lighten it all up more and more, okay? And not letting the ego get the better of us, okay? Knowing that, you know what, there might not be that much communication, but take whatever we get, especially because it's around the moon, we will get some. And even if it's just in signs and synchronicities, if you're not fully in contact, or you know, you haven't even met yet, right? And if you are in contact, and even if you are in like physical contact, it's also not going to be so needy about it all and wondering what else is going on and what they're going through, and having to really deal with that and help them so much. Because as we know, it's really not for us to truly help them, it's for us to help ourselves, and then therefore they are able to move forward and be helped, okay? So it's just really to be of a support of some sort if they reach out, but mostly to just deal with them on a level of sending them love and care, unconditional love, okay? So then the past energies to be aware of for the masculine this week is, wow, the ego. There are arcana in it this week, okay? A false sense of entrapment, being overly focused on material things, negative or fear-based thoughts, okay? So this is number 6, though, so it's low, but it's an arcana, so it's happening. But this is from the past. This is the thing that's kind of holding it back, and that's why I feel within this one, it's saying a time of positive change is there, and then it suddenly moves forward quickly. Now, it's kind of stuck, right? Positive change is there, and it's there for the having. It's kind of stuck because this past energy is there for the masculine, you know? They're so used to the past being such a problem and so karmic, and how can this happen, right? But Jophiel is the angel of love and all those things. So Jophiel is still there surrounding that ego, trying to switch it to a more positive, right? Recognizing a positive outcome, okay? And still feeling somewhat, still feeling like that karmic stuff is there, but as we know, it's changing positively, okay? And they're not necessarily trapped. They're working through it even more so, but not in a battling type way. More in a, I'm walking through this, I'm figuring out what I desire, and, you know, fortune. Okay, so even when it comes to money, a lot of them are upset because if they're in a relationship and then the money is tied, finding out ways to figure that out, to walk away from that ego type energy, recognizing the feminine energy of money, the beauty of it, right, and the nurturing that it can come to you at any time if you're open up and you're ready to accept it. So this is the past energy that's kind of holding them back just a little bit, but as we see, it's going to kind of cut, and suddenly they're going to jump into this energy of fortune is on his side, recognizing, yeah, everything's on his side because the divine is on his side. And so the past energy to be aware for the feminine is Princess of Spring. It's time to go after your dreams. Do something that expands your horizons. Let your creativity take flight. So we've been working on all that, working on our divine purpose, trying to figure out what do we truly desire within that, opening up and asking the divine to guide us. What I always say is, whatever you want from me, put it in my path and I will do it. So that's part of it, just really opening up. But this is the past energy we've been working on. We've been working on our passion, and we've been working on our sacral chakra, our sensuality and sexuality, bringing that all into that place where then the masculine can feel more comfortable to step out of these energies and then know he has these energies within feeling the feminine as well. So that's what our past energies, which is a positive one. And this isn't necessarily a negative one for the masculine, because we know it's like sitting within it right now to release it with the moon and click that into gear of suddenly moving forward. And so within the present energies to be aware for the masculine this week, 7 of Winter, a complex decision, the need to research, stop procrastinating. Yeah, there it is, right? So those past energies there are kind of holding him back, but the divine is there going, you know what, or those emotions, come on, you're going to get in there and you're going to feel them, because this is what the true thing is. Quickly, they're going to go into their emotions, recognize it, and be like, oh, okay, I'm going to make that decision to keep moving forward, to keep moving toward what I desire, why feeling toward the feminine, because she's putting that energy out there and getting all that to attract me, and making the better decisions as he's walking away from the karmic energies based on his true emotions. And for the feminine to be aware of the present energies this week, ooh, very nice. The Emperor. Use logic and structure to increase your success. Get organized, a firm but compassionate leader. Yeah, taking all that love and all that purpose and all our divine energies and trying to ground it in the 3D. And we can, for that foundation, number 4, for 1111, wishes come true. And really taking on it's not taking on the masculine energy, but it's taking on the idea of the masculine within your feminine energy. Okay, so that's working to create all these things, but within your feminine, loving, unconditionally loving energy. You know, like I said, open up and say, how may I help others? How may I help the situation? Divine, send me whatever it is that I am to do, and I will do it. Okay, that's really how you step into it. Then you become kind of co-creating with the divine, right? In that dance, like I've talked to you about weeks and weeks ago. But you're co-creating then, instead of just being like, this is what I want, and they're over here, and so it takes longer, and you're creating more drama and karma. It's co-creating together. And that's what's going on in our present. We have the ability to do that. And while we're doing that, the masculine is now stepping into better emotions, and he's going to jump forward quickly and have these decisions he's going to be making while we're co-creating with the divine. And the future energies to be aware of for the masculine is 6 of Earth, gifts of money, time, or effort, new career opportunities, receiving a loan, or paying off debts. And you know these can be karmic debts. So along the way, they're paying off those karmic debts. So this is what they're trying to make the decisions about what's the best way of doing that. And the 6 is love. Okay, so they're feeling more love within the future, more love around their finances, and like I said, feeling that feminine energy around their finances that is nurturing and wonderful and caring, so then the flow is a lot better. And see gifts of money, time, or effort. And that's what, you know, what we may step into, like the feminine being able to give a little bit of time. Because I feel that we've been pretty busy, and keeping busy helps. That's what the masculine shows us as well, because he usually stays busy and trying to stay out of karmic trouble, right? So that's kind of what we shifted into. Instead of focusing on him all the time, it's kind of like, all right. So for him, yeah, it's just a better part of his life in the 3D, okay? More love within it, more love for everything around him, okay? Very good. Making decisions that pay off with love surrounding him, and getting gifts and certain things being better for him, because the divine is watching, recognizing, and giving us all gifts at this time for the more we do. So the future energy to be aware of for the feminine is Queen of Spring. Brilliant, loyal, talented, friendly. Believe in yourself. Wonderful people want to help you, and that's what's in the beginning. Get advice from a professional. So wonderful people want to help you. Maintain a balance between work and home life. Right, so that's what I was kind of saying here, that maybe the feminine can get more of a balance now, and then give a little bit of more time if need be. And that's just even within the 5D. Just putting more time out there to just be more loving and putting those messages out there. And I'm feeling that even with the full moon. At that time, doing those rituals, which I'll try to do a full moon reading. It's been pretty hectic. And then what types of things to put out there, and taking the time to do that, okay? And so this is kind of like the future, almost like the end of the week. It's taking the time with that moon to put out that love, and so he will receive it and feel it more in the 3D. And believe in yourself. Believe in the divine feminine energy, the sensual, sexual energy, that you can do this. You can communicate this. Okay, and be guided, because wonderful people want to help you, and that's within the 3D, but it's within your passion, within your feminine. And that's the other thing with that past life stuff, that yeah, it's helping pull all that stuff out, so you can get in the sensual, sexual energy. Okay, it's kind of like here you're like this, the princess of spring, and this is the past. We're just kind of playing around with it, and this was the light healing I was doing for the feminine as she's swinging. Yeah, and then now the future energy is really getting in there and getting at that, and stepping more into your full out divine feminine energy. Well, that sounds love to him within the 3D, right? Because we're burning that flame. So what might be holding the masculine back this week? King of Water. Open your heart and mind to those around you. Trustworthy and heartfelt advice. Charity work. So, what might be holding him back is that he is so tired of everyone being around him, needing this, needing that, you know, and then the neediness, like he's shutting down a bit, you know, emotionally. He's like, all the emotions are getting at him. Like we see over here, you know, he's got to make a decision here. Complex decision around his emotions, and then he might be like, all right, I'm in control of these emotions, and maybe a little more in the ego about it. So just be aware of that for the masculine and masculine, that, you know what, your emotions are good, and they are good, and you can have control of them, but go within the heart and feel them, and then make your decisions as this king, as this masculine energy, and recognizing that you're in true full king mode also within your emotions. It's not just all womanly to be emotional. There's a king type of emotion there. There's a divine masculine type of emotion there that can be romantic and amazing, right? So trying to get more into that. And then like the trustworthy type thing. Yeah, and heartfelt, totally. But even also with communication, with us being able to be heartfelt and less lying. But see, we still have that issue. But still, it's more about understanding your emotions can empower you. So it's good that you're getting in here with them. So don't let that hold you back. And so for the feminine to be aware of might be holding us back is 7 of Spring. Be assertive. Don't back down from what you believe. Courageously stand up for yourself. So here's the thing. I keep saying, let's be in our feminine energies. Be assertive, not aggressive. Get rid of any type, and then be in the beautiful passion of what they are, the divine, are guiding us in. To be assertive within it. And that's the feminine energy, recognizing that. Instead of being in full out emperor mode, like I was saying, we want to do it in a feminine way and be assertive in that way. Because there's a time when we do shift because we are alone, and so we think we do the masculine energy. And that's when we create that separation pretty much. Now when you're in your feminine, it's very nice. The masculine loves that, loves the feeling, and that's like we want to be sensual in that sacral, sensual, sexual energy I keep talking about, and not in also like the aggressive, and sometimes the aggressiveness of mommying, right, and neediness. Those are like really energies instead of flow and being assertive. So recognizing that as well. Okay, don't back down from what you believe in, but don't be aggressive about it, okay? Be more assertive. Stand up for yourself in the way of, in your feminine energies, but when it comes to, like, you know, he did this and he did that, and you know, that's not the way, you know, you want to treat the situation, because you're creating more anxiety and more anger and more of this karmic energy. So stepping outside of it in a feminine energy with that unconditional love, and recognize this is all a journey, a path. This is something that karmically we know this is not, this is the stuff to clear up. This is keep poking at us to choose unconditional love, keeping poking at us to learn what unconditional love is, because if we can't even do it for someone we're totally in love with, are we going to be able to do it for the rest of the world? So this is why we keep getting poked in this way. So feminine, recognize when this happens to you around your masculine, be in that feminine energy, that loving energy, that unconditionally loving energy, and allow him to be who he is. Even if he is shutting down emotionally and getting all allow that to be, so then he can then truly start to flow and not feel judged. When they feel judged, they do shut down, okay? So we don't, this is what we're aware of this week. Don't be doing that, because we have a lot of beauty here going on, okay? So the positive action to be aware of for the masculine this week. Page of Earth. Good news about financial matters, wanting to do something more challenging, a new area of study. Yeah, going in there and feeling the feminine a lot more, right? So we're going from the, so he's trustworthy. Now he's dependable within the earth, within the good news about financial matters. Yes, the flow going, giving and receiving in those financials. Yeah, wanting to do something more challenging. Yeah, getting out of whatever he's been comfortable in the 3D karmic stuff, and taking on that challenge of being the divine masculine for this divine feminine, and recognizing that energy as we are putting it out there more and more, getting into it. And so for the positive action for the feminine, beware of 2 of Autumn. Bring fun into everything you do. Juggling multiple priorities or jobs. So we can juggle all of this and bring fun into it. Bring a happy energy into it. So when we get frustrated, because even this time of year, put a happy energy into it. If we're getting busy because of this time of year, like I said, take some time out with the moon to send some love and figure that all out. And we can do all these things. An exceptional talent for it. We can multitask. In our feminine energy, we know as females, we are having to multitask all the time, taking care of so many different things. So it's just part of that too. Recognizing that in your feminine energy and stepping through it, and still having the ability to have some time for this journey and for your masculine, okay? Because he's going to recognize us more and want to take on the challenge a little more, okay? So then within our, what can help us move forward for the masculine, renewal. Here comes the Tower. Review and evaluate. A favorable assessment of the facts. Time to move in a new direction. So, like it said, here it is. Here's the wheel. The time it's going to happen. And then this has been holding it back a little bit. He's got to make a decision about his emotion. But in the future energies, it's good. It's good. It's a good balance. But yeah, he may be holding back a bit with these emotions though. So here it goes. The help move forward is for all this to come apart and then come back together. Okay? And renewal within the twin flame union. And just, yeah. So a renewal within the love and with the recognition of the feminine for the masculine. Okay? Coming more out of that karmic stuff and recognizing, like, that's what he truly wants. He wants the family with us. Okay, and it's being divinely guided, and so reviewing and evaluating so he can make this complex decision within his emotion and stop procrastinating within this ego and then take on the wheel. Positive change, suddenly moving forward, okay? So this is what's going to happen for him this week. And then 4 of winter for the feminine. Set aside your concerns for now. You can make a decision later. Sometimes, solutions that come from meditation. The need for more sleep or a vacation. Yeah, I'm feeling it now. But seriously, just rest in knowing, okay? 4 of winter. Rest in knowing that you're creating this foundation, right? You're doing everything that's needed to do. And the foundation within the feminine energies, being assertive and caring and unconditionally loving instead of angry and aggressive about it all. And that's going within your true feminine energies, but resting within those and recognizing no matter what goes on this week, you got this. It's still the same. It's still there. This is always going to be there. And we can make a decision from our heart how we truly want to deal with it unconditionally loving, right? Or we can have a battle. So to me, I'd rather be unconditionally loving and allow him to do what he's got to do in the time he has to do it. And when he has time, you reach out or not or whatever. But knowing he's working on it. It's always being worked upon. And then we don't want to create any more karmic energy for him by paying attention to him getting upset over it, having all this stuff going on. Release that, please. Because you're only creating more of this ego energy, this karmic energy surrounding him. Okay? So the energies, the energies the divine is surrounding us with for the masculine this week. Nice. 2 of fire. You've come into your own. New partnerships or contracts continue to move forward. And this is like the twin flame, 2 of fire, right? So yes, you've come into your own. He's coming more into his masculine energies because the feminine is doing that. He's feeling that, moving more toward it, okay? New partnerships, recognizing there's this partnership there, you know, they're feeling it. So the divine is surrounding them with that energy to really feel that. So then they can start wanting to do something more challenging than what they've been sitting in this karmic energy, right? And then having the gifts coming to them because we're working on this too, recognizing it, the passion surrounding it. And for the feminine, this is great. The energy surrounding the feminine from the divine is unity. So it's kind of the same idea. So change, right? Do the right thing for the right reason. Yes. Don't reach out just because you want to hear something and he may be busy or something's going on and then you can create more karmic energy for them. Do it for the right reasons, okay? And do what's best for you to move forward in your energies, and it's for the right reasons. How can I help others? How can I be of service? That's what the divine wants from us. So compare traditional versus new approaches. So yeah, getting more toward the spiritual, right? Spiritually minded community. Working more toward the spiritual, working on your spiritual. Uniting yourself with the more of the divine energies and the spirituality. So then it helps the masculine come up out of this karmic muck and become in their more spiritual place. So this is what the feminine is being surrounded with. They're giving this to us. They're giving us a positive change, moving even more toward our spirituality, more toward our light as they work on this and ask us we can be on our divine purpose and help others. And that helps the unity, even the union, right? Positive change within the union because he's now recognizing it and wanting this new partnership, getting out of the muck, okay? So the outcome energies for this week, for the masculine to be aware of, Queen of Fire. Stretch your wings and fly. Don't underestimate yourself. Assert your independence and creativity. So Queen of Passion. So it's like right here. It's saying a time of positive change, a situation suddenly moves forward. Is like boom. So because he walks through this, he gets through this week and he's like, okay, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling this, right? I'm feeling that. And then not taking on this, getting into the emotions so he can make this better decision. And then stretching his passionate divine wings and flying, moving forward suddenly. So that is the outcome. Because he's also able to take all this stuff apart and be like, all right, a favorable assessment. Let me review and evaluate everything that's been going on in my life, even in the karmic situation. Let me try to make a better decision through my emotions and not be so stubborn within them, okay? Within the flow of their emotion. So the outcome energies for the feminine to be aware of is King of Autumn. Be assertive when it comes to what you know is right. See, this assertiveness, everything going your way, a good person or company to work for. And that would be yourself, right? And other people helping other people. But within, we don't have to be a man. But see, compassionate, that's kind of feminine, right? Gifted, definitely feminine, but being assertive when it comes to any type of business we're doing or anything in the 3D, being assertive, not aggressive, recognizing being in our feminine energy is just as powerful, if not more than the masculine energy of getting what we truly desire. Everything going our way, good people surrounding us within our spiritual community. So what is going on in the 3D to be aware of? Oh, my cards have been going crazy all week. And I believe these moon energies started Sunday. Okay? So we're going to have a full week until, Sunday we get the moon pretty much around. It depends on where you are. And then a couple of days after. So this really is a time to pay attention to the signs that are going on around you and recognizing them as truth. Okay? So the basis of love, the relationship with love this week within the 3D is wolf. Instinct. Yep. Totally on our instinct. And that's how we're within our divine energies this week. We have that ability within the 3D. Okay? We definitely have that ability. So having that, it's just, we have the ability to be within our divine energies this week. The wheel is amazing for the masculine, and then for the feminine, still getting help, but also that's, helping others as well within our feminine energies. So we are in our divine energies this week. That's why I think we're being gifted so much, and we're trying to stay out of the masculine, trying to stay out of his ego, and the more that the feminine stays within her, in this past of optimistic and playful and doing all those things while we were trying to clear all those light energies within our sacral chakra and within our feminine, and then we're going to step up over here in the future to work even more so on the darker parts of it to pull ourselves out into the full out divine feminine energy. And so within the 3D from the past to be aware of is perspective. It totally is the perspective. The perspective based on the ego. How you come out of that with love, right? Masculine, a false sense of entrapment, it's all in the perspective. Right, so the perspective that they've had in the past was entrapping them, and now, okay, this is here, but let's be aware of that and change the perspective. And here being playful and just light and everything's good within our feminine energies, right? But guess what? Here's the perspective. There's darker here before the light. So recognizing not that past in the 3D, there's things there karmically that's needing to be healed as well. That's not necessarily known to us that we've pushed down. So in the present energies to be aware of in the 3D for us, yay, passion and fire. Yeah, because it's like that decision. He's going to stop procrastinating, right? He's going to be guided by the divine, by his divine energies to be more emotional and within that. So even if maybe we do get communication, maybe not be a lot, but it might be a little bit more emotional, a little more caring instead of just, hey, how are you? You know, right? So, and if you're not getting, you may feel in the 5D more passion, more fire within you, which will ignite you as well, feminine. So it's more passion, and then even here with this here, the passion, the fire within the heart too. Okay, so as this karmic energy, the karmic energy comes to the heart. It gets on our heart, and that's why some of our intuition isn't so great either, because of how it hurts our heart. So then once we start healing more and more of it, then our heart comes back, and then we really feel that passion and all that desire. But also within the sacral chakra, because that's where it's really created with creation, and that's how we are attracted to one another. So within the future energies to be aware of in the 3D is communion. Nice. Coming closer together out of those dark energies more into the light, and having the wisdom to know how to flow through this better, right? So this is very good. It is good. And it's surrounding these energies for the masculine and the feminine of gifts and money and time and effort, because we're moving closer within the 3D, working on ourselves and believing in ourselves. Wonderful people want to help us, feminine, right? So still working on that, because it's helping us come closer in the 3D. And even surrounding, you could even see the moon. So more, like I said, more information coming to us from the moon, and just being open to receiving it. And what might be holding us back in the 3D, is activation. Yeah, that push forward. Like I said, this masculine sitting within his emotions, being like, I'm not dealing with them. And okay, but this is there to help us. So we don't, when I do this one, it's like to be aware of what's holding us back, so we don't step into that. So we have this here in the 3D to push us forward, activating and just moving everything around, and really putting more toward our divine energies, right? And being more assertive and not backing down. That's pushing that forward, okay? That's there for us. So instead of doing the negative parts of what these cards say, let's do the positive. And within the 3D to be aware of with positive action this week, lightning power. Recognizing you have the powers with the emotion. With our emotion, we can ground it in the 3D. So, what does it say? Good news about financial matters. Yeah, more of a flow for the masculine. And us being able to multitask through our emotions and all that stuff and bringing it in 3D. We have so much power right now, okay? So that's our positive action that's there for us in the 3D. Taking on our power of the feminine, being able to multitask and still show that love even at the moon. And the masculine getting like good news about his financials, because that's very important to him, the material. But it's going to help him balance, just like over here to help us balance work and life and the material and the spiritual, right? Okay, so working on that and balancing that. And so what is there in the 3D that might help us move forward is wake up call. All the information coming with the moon. Okay, wake up call for the masculine. What is needing to be renewed? Let's review and evaluate with the moon. Wake up call. And for the feminine is actually asleep here. It's there. You know, we're going to take a little bit of time to have those solutions, right? Take a little bit of time for ourselves to have more solutions so we can create a better foundation, and then the wake-up call with the moon, information coming through for us. And within the 3D to be aware of the energies the divine is surrounding us with is, very nice, earth magic. Beauty, just, you know, not having to be so much in the dark, coming more toward our light and getting lighter. You know, the fairies are so light and loving and playful, you know, down there. But that's what they're surrounding us with, because they know we've been going through so much. We're getting toward the end of the year. We're kind of, on some levels, we get like, have we done any better? Where am I? What's going on? I know a lot of you out there are still very discouraged, but I promise you the light is coming. And there are people out there that are working on themselves, trying to help the collective as well. So I'm very grateful for them, and I know you all are very grateful for them as well. But the more we work on ourselves, the more we get lighter and lighter, the easier this all becomes, and the more we can truly see the beauty of this journey. So this is what they're surrounding us with. They're wanting us to see the beauty of this journey, the beauty of the union, because you have the 2 of fire here for the masculine, you have the unity here, positive change. They're wanting us to feel the beauty of the union, this journey, whatever path we are on, okay? It's magic within the 3D, okay? And that's very nice to put that there, okay? Because some of us are discouraged, some of us don't really know what's going on. Well, they're surrounding us with this, like, hey, he's being passionate, he's going more toward that, we're getting a better feel for the union and everything. They're surrounding us with this lightness in the 3D to actually enjoy our week. Maybe not be so upset about what's going on in the 3D, but getting a little bit lighter about, yeah, the union, this is an amazing thing, you know? Loving the journey more, getting lighter about it. And so the outcome energy to be aware of in the 3D is veiled fog. That light lifting the fog. Things coming to light, right? More of these things coming to light. So the masculine can stretch his wings and fly and not underestimate himself. And the feminine can be assertive and know everything's going her way. We're coming more toward the light. We're getting out of anything that we've not understood. In the 3D, these answers, more and more answers are coming to us. And Lord knows, the messages have been coming to me, so many messages that I can't even put them all out there. I'm going to have to put it in a structured way and help everyone with it. Okay, so let's see what's going on with romance this week. Whoop. I didn't see it, so it's still good. Okay. So, base of the relationship with love this week within the passion. To be aware of passion. Isn't that weird? Within the romance. Oh my God, I did not see, I did not see this card. And I said within the passion. See how things are just coming through to me? Holy gosh. Allow your heart and soul to sing with joy, having that passion. Getting that masculine more into his masculine energy and the feminine being open to receive it and just be like, yes. Letting your heart and soul sing with joy because things are going to happen quickly for him. We're going to feel that shift, right? And then we're not going to be as upset about these. We're going to make, we're going to have unemotional relationships in the way of we're not going to put any negativity out there this week. We're going to just be happy and light in our feminine energies and feel this passion. Step into that passion of our instinct, right? Instinct for us is passion. Definitely that passion, okay? And that flame, that desire, that wanting, right? Well, desiring. Wanting is not the best thing, but, you could say it once in a while. So within the past energies to be aware of, it's so weird because I did not see that card. Past energies to be aware of within romance is trust. Good. This situation is calling for you to have faith. So we're continuing to have the faith, right? We're needing the faith. Most of this is being done, we're blindly, right? Other than the intuition and certain things, and then things happen in the 3D. So the faith is so important. The trust, we are always going to be, it's going to be tried, right? We're always going to be pushed to see if we still have that faith and that trust. So taking on the better perspective here within the 3D from the past, right? It's the masculine taking on this love and not being so hard on himself. And the feminine recognizing, okay, we're in these playful energies, but now it's stepping up to the full out feminine energy. So having faith and trust from the past. Having faith and trust in the past. Like, that's the past. We can move forward in the future. Having that faith and trust from that. So trust that these past things, even these past life things that are stuck in there, they're life lessons for us. They're going to shift and change and help us to be in a better place within this life. Getting rid of them. Okay? So within the present energies this week with the romance, free yourself. Yes. That's the decision, right? Free yourself from any destructive patterns. Free yourself, masculine, from any of that, more of that karmic stuff of making better decisions. And free yourself from the idea that emotions are not good and not following them. So it's going more and getting that complex decision to free himself even more so for this passion. Okay? The passion here. The passion there. Okay? It's all about the passion and the fire. And the more the feminine becomes her passionate, sensual self, clears out that dark stuff, the better it gets. And recognizing to be assertive within her ways. If this masculine energy coming up, it's not really, it's what we feel was masculine, right? Being more of her assertive feminine within that. And with our being a more compassionate leader, true. Yes, it's asking us to be like firm within what we do, but be more compassionate about it and creating our foundation. Being more compassionate about creating our foundation and the love that's around us. But freeing ourselves from any of those destructive patterns we've had. Checking out on things. Too much, you know, what's going on in the 3D, all that karmic stuff. And then we're creating it for him too. So he's got to make a more complex decision again, over and over. So let's not do that. So free ourselves from anything that's holding us back. It's time to take back control of our life in our true divine feminine and masculine energies. And so, in the future, to be aware of within romance, stay optimistic about your love life. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. So it's taking a lot of trust and faith here. Because, like I said, people are going to be busy, possibly. So it's not going to be, and we're going to be busy. Everyone's going to be busy this time of year. So, you know, instead of getting all upset, you're not hearing from him or you're not getting messages, which we will anyway because of this moon. The more we stay optimistic about it, the more we stay optimistic about anything is possible. Okay, having that faith for anything to happen within our romance, we may just get more with this moon, some information coming closer and closer, some wisdom from it all, right? And then staying optimistic even within, growing within our feminine energies, within that sensuality. So that is what we have to offer up so we can receive it in return. So what might be holding us back romance-wise this week? Make the effort. Yeah, that's what I was saying. That, you know, everyone might be busy. So making that effort, great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. So like I said, making that effort, you know, moving forward, the masculine kind of opening up, but don't shut down, right? The feminine being assertive about it. And we don't want to be aggressive because we may shut him down emotionally, right? So this was saying that we have the ability to do that this week. So stay more of your passionate, unconditionally loving energy, feminine. So then he opens up with all of his emotions and makes that better decision and not making it more complex for him. Okay, freeing us from any of those things we were doing, upsetting and obsessing over maybe, and make the effort in the way of showing love. And the masculine being able to make that effort because he's kind of busy with his life and his karmic stuff going on. But he's know that he has the energy to make these decisions. He's wanting to make these decisions, so the easier we make it on him, the easier it'll be to make the decision for coming toward us. Great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. Feeling the guidance, opening up within his emotions and in his intuitions, and actually taking those steps, okay? So feminine, just be this cute little thing sitting there like, oh, no matter what, I love you. So he will jump over and give us a kiss, all right? Being assertive, not aggressive. Okay, so what positive action we can be aware of to take this week within romance? Ooh, soulmate. Yes, this is your soulmate. Yes, the power is there within our emotions. Yes, good news about financial, but even there's this feminine sitting there, right? Good news about financial matters. Yeah, seeing it more in a nurturing way, in the nurturing feminine way, seeing the feminine in a more nurturing way as well. Having that power. We have the power to juggle everything feminine. For this, love and soulmate, and lessons, because a soulmate is about lessons, right? So even if it's a karmic thing, it's still a lesson. That's their soulmate they're moving from, and they're moving more to us, the twin flame, but that's not in this deck, so this is the interpretation. Moving more toward us because they're feeling our power within our emotion, within our sacral chakra, and within our divine energies. So, what can help move things forward, right? The masculine taking another look, but yeah, this wake-up call as well within, what can help within is deception, taking off the false masks, getting in there, like I said, about whatever else is in there to be cleared out, doing that, taking off the false mask and getting inside, and the divine is doing that. The masks are being taken off. It's a wake-up call. It's going within for the feminine and getting more of that dark energy out, recognizing what is it from the past life, what is it that went on that has a little bit more of that dark energy, and then the masculine even doing a renewal as well as going in there. So when we do it, then they do it. So all this deception, someone is wearing a false self-mask in this relationship, and we're always feeling, oh, it's the masculine, it's the masculine. Well, feminine, there's stuff in there that we're not dealing with, and it is sexually driven there, okay? So there are things that can help us move forward, is that recognizing these things, getting healings, going within, and getting these things out of us, coming more toward the light. It's a wake-up call. It's going to wake, with this reading, it's a wake-up call to all of you that the message that I have received is there's more way deep inside us that is needing to be healed in order for us to step into our sensual sexual energy, which is totally what gets the masculine to come to us, pulls him right up out of his karmic deep dark energy, and he comes toward us even more so, closer to our relationship physically at least, and then toward union, the more you get that out of there. So the energy surrounding us this week with romance from the divine is calling in your soulmate. Your prayers, affirmations, visualizations help bring you together. Everything we do along this journey, along your own path, the healings, whatever you're doing to get yourself to be more in your divine energies, it's calling in this soulmate here. We got over here that positive action. It's like the masculine recognizing the feminine, calling it in, or both of us recognizing we're calling it in by everything we are doing. Okay, so this week is very key within romance to recognize all the things you're saying, you're doing, you're working on, is either it can push it away or it can call it in. Okay. And you can even learn lessons from the karmic situation, which we do, from those past life stuff. Brighter things come out of it. Recognizing, healing it, releasing it, right? So everything we're doing this week is calling it in. So try to be positive, have that faith, because the outcome within this, yeah, this is so cool. The outcome within the romance is honeymoon. Enjoy the bliss of holiday time together. This is holiday time. Enjoy the bliss of any type of communication, any type of information, truth, anything coming through. Enjoy every moment of it. Instead of, well, we could have done this, and you could have done... Just enjoy whatever's given to you and be grateful for it. Be open to receive it and keep moving along on this journey. This is what it's about. Going across the emotions, wanting to get here, but enjoying it while we're going through these emotions, going through everything that we're clearing, everything that we're healing and making better. Enjoy it, okay? Enjoy it. Make it blissful. And then it shall become that way, right? Everything will be unveiled along the way, okay? It's a journey along the way, and we are given gifts along that journey. So why go here and miss out on all these gifts and the things we are supposed to learn from? Why we made this sacred decision in the first place, right? Before we even came here. So this is part of it and recognizing it. So what kind of angel guidance for the masculine and for the feminine? For the masculine, yeah, be honest with yourself. Look into your heart and you will know the truth of this situation. It's safe to admit the truth to yourself, for we will support and guide you through any necessary changes. Lean upon us for courage and the strength to take good care of yourself. Focus only upon your true desires, and they'll come to you upon angels' wings. Yeah, so that's like that card, this King of Water. He's over here just kind of got his arms crossed like, Well, be honest with yourself about your emotions. They're urging you to do so. In doing so, that's even for the feminine too, but in doing so, all these things that you are supported and it gets better. And for the feminine, see only love, what I've been saying. Look past the seeming errors, mistakes, and misunderstandings of this journey and the masculine, and see only the love within each person, including yourself. Your resolute focus upon the love that underlies every situation brings about healing in undreamed of ways. Okay? Focus on the love. And where's that? That full, super full moon. So focus on the love, sending love with this moon, taking the time to do that, as I had said. Okay. So, messages from the masculine to the feminine. Okay. Oh. Nice shuffling. And I'm going to do, whoa, holy moly, a message from the divine. Why not? Okay, it's guiding me for about love too. Oh, here we go. Choose love. You always have a choice as to what you should do. There it is again. Choose love. Only see the love within it, because when you do that, you see this together, the bliss together, right? So focus on that, the love of the two of you together. Okay? Focus on that. No matter what's going on over here during this holiday time, holiday season, focus on this dance with the divine. And this dance that the divine masculine is going to step into. So choose love and they will become love. And then, there you go, the union of hearts. There is a connection of love that defies explanation. So they recognize the connection more and more. Right? And for the feminine to the masculine, slow down. When you are excited, you get ahead of yourself. Take some time to allow things to unfold. Yeah, and there's that dance again. So instead of him wanting to jump up and get in that, it's the sudden, right? It's being held back, but there's going to be a sudden jolt toward that complex decision coming toward the feminine. And really, but we all, yes, we want this all to happen, but we want it in a better light, a better feeling, right? We want this all to feel a lot better for us and to be a lot more healed and, you know, the masculine coming to us in a better masculine energy, right? So it's kind of like slow down. We are doing what we're having to do. You slow down. We will one day have this dance. But right now, we're trying to get all this put in place, and here we are with the twin flame, and then the ending to any of that karmic stuff that we're trying to pull up out of us. So it's time to kind of take his time a little bit, too, making his complex decisions about his karmic stuff. But then, here we go, the heart of the matter. There is more going on than meets the eye. Recognize what this is all about, and it's about forgiveness. And wishes coming true through forgiveness, because forgiveness is the most important thing that gives us unconditional love. So it's even more so about that. So we're trying to let him know that we're trying to forgive all the stuff that's gone on, right? So we're trying, there's going to be a little bit of slowdown. There's going to be a little bit of pause, and that's the pause for him this week, right? But we're getting through it. We're clicking through it. We're going to get through it. And we're going to see only love, right? We're going to stay optimistic. We're going to free ourselves from any obstacles and destructive patterns that we've been doing before. This is part of doing that past life healing, getting that out of there so we don't recreate it here in this lifetime. And so what the divine wants us to know is love endures. Love does not give up or lose faith. Love is hopeful and withstands every situation, every life. Okay? So just getting in there, and the love always comes out of it. The love endures. Okay, so let's see what masculine energy is there this week. And what feminine energy? For the masculine? Ooh. Yeah. Apuch. Fear. Releasing that fear surrounding all this. Because it's not easy. And surrounding the dark stuff coming up. And the karma. Because their karma is kind of even worse. Although the feminine, well, now that I've been going deeper, yeah, it's kind of... But we kind of pushed away and be like, no, we're light, we're light. And they're going through all this stuff. Well, and their dark is pretty dark. So they're having this fear of their masculine energies because all of the stuff that's going on around him. But once we start clearing all this feminine, it helps him with that too. But he's taking on his fears. He's approaching them and has that masculine energy to step away from them and release them for love. And for the union of hearts, they're working for it. Any fear they have surrounding their karmic energy and walking away from it, they're working on it. They're going to make that complex decision, and that one is to come closer and closer to us. And for the feminine, this one's really scary, but Baby Yaga, authenticity. Yes, being the true person. Taking off that mask, going within, and getting all that stuff out, knowing that we're not just okay. And if we think everything's healed and everything's fine, then we should be together. We shouldn't be all upset over here like, I'm ready, what's wrong with him? No, it's not how it happens that way. It doesn't happen that way. Okay? It means that we're having to go more into the darkness, more into this fearful place, but coming out with it, it makes us more authentic within our divine feminine energies and our sexuality and sensuality, so then he can start feeling that and moving toward us and getting out of his fear. I mean, the two of these together, it's like Gollum or something. Wow, look at that. We're going within. He's going to recognize it, even then get out of his fears, because we're going to clear out that stuff. That authenticity takes away any fear from his masculine. Whoa. Wow, these were not pretty this week. But it's with this moon. It's a super moon, so you're really going to get in there and really going to release some things. It's going to be emotional. I've been saying it. It's going to be emotional. Let's do the crystal for the masculine, 2, the feminine, 1. All right. Ooh, I like Chrysocolla. All right, so, and let's see what and then they got the Herkimer diamond as well. So I want to do them kind of in a way that they go together well, and yeah, okay. Let's do the Herkimer diamond. It's number 1. And instant energy, powerful energy generators that access and release past life information. Herkimer diamonds make excellent shields against geopathic stress and EMFs. This crystal works beyond the physical levels of being to bring harmony to the energy bodies and the soul. Keep careful note of your dreams as they reveal the underlying causes of your disease. You may also be psychically sensitive and need to clear a blocked third eye. So this will help clear their blocked third eye so they can more so take on anything that's coming around this moon energy and be more in their divinely guided. Check that you're not living on a negative earth energy line. You may be addicted to your tablet or mobile phone and receiving detrimental vibes. Therefore, screen yourself appropriately. High vibration, high impact energy can dramatically change your world. So that's why the feminine wants to stay in high vibration energy, okay? And then the other one they got, which is beautiful, is Chrysocolla. Self-love. Tranquil and sustaining, Chrysocolla encourages you to remain serene and strong during change or challenge. And this here is saying wanting to take on something more challenging, and that's the change. So this is going to help them stay calm during this time. Dissolving destructive emotional programming. It increases energy assimilation. So any of those destructive patterns we've had before. You have infinite capacity for forgiveness. There it is. Love yourself. If you cannot accept yourself, you cannot give love or accept the love of others. To hear your emotional black hole, connect to the universal love that is inside you. It never runs out. You can then give love out to the world and receive it in never-ending flow. Forgive yourself. Accept with equanimity that when what you cannot change, okay, accept with equanimity what you cannot change. Let go of hurt and rectify situations that can be healed. Be magnanimous, remain impartial, and speak your own truth, but recognize when to keep silent. Magical rituals may keep you chained to the past. There may be past life trauma to heal around being a woman, right? To heal around being a woman. And the feminine energy. So that's why the feminine's going within right now. And also masculine too. We're doing both. Bitterness and self-doubt have no place in well-being. It is good to nourish your body with self-love and gentleness. Okay. Good for that. Okay. For the feminine, if this stands up straight. The feminine got, and it looks just like the moon. Wow, Flint. Portal power. Flint stabilizes energy and cuts through to the core of issues, clearing blockages and loosening ties. It opens portals to other worlds and hidden aspects of yourself. Past life, you think? So this is going to help us, feminine. Even if you're not going to go get any work done or whatever, pay attention to the Flint, because it will open these things up to come out at this moon. You're a person with profound inner depths. Do not be afraid to explore this hidden side. It contains treasure beyond knowing, together with attitudinal karma and repressed emotions affecting well-being. What? Okay. Flint connects you to your ancestors. A natural traveler, you know how to negotiate the shamanic underworld to obtain healing insights. Strengthen your boundaries. Cut through confusion to the core of the matter. Soul retrieval is necessary if you left any part of yourself in another life or an abusive childhood experience. See, I can't make the messages come through, and then this is what happens. An unwelcome visitor from the past can be left behind, but recognize lessons before you move on. Okay? So this is part of the past again. Paying attention to energetic boundaries and core strength, cutting detrimental ties, and strengthening your connection to the planet maintains well-being. So any karmic guys coming back from the past as well, you know? Don't do it. Like I always tell you, these things, they, you know, we can be so upset with the masculine, so then they come through, we'll give you everything, we'll give you anything, and then it's like, no, you know, so don't even go there. Okay, flower. For the masculine, release all anger, Snapdragon. Don't give power to negative words by saying them. Speak from your higher self and make your communications peaceful and loving. So they stay in a happier energy, then we don't have to feel upset around them. So that's it during this time. Whoop. Okay. And then the other one for the feminine is first step, hydrangea. Breaking down this problem into tiny pieces makes it easy to take the first step. So those tiny pieces or any of those things from our past. Okay? It's just what's been given to me. All right. All right, I'll do the animal. And then, whoa. What was I doing? Okay. For the masculine and for the feminine. Yep. For the masculine, having that promise, the turtle. So moving along in that slow pace, but in recognizing the promise is still there. The path is still there. The journey is still there. Okay? They may not be fully aware, but they know that they're taking these steps toward all of that. Okay? And for the feminine, there it is, metamorphosis, change. We're having that metamorphosis again. We're going on to another ascension, that's for sure. So get in there, get that dark energy out of you, recognize it, okay? A lot of times we stuff it away because we're such light workers and light beings, and we tend to stuff it away because we want to deal with the dark, but it's time to deal with the dark with this super full moon, okay? So, last but not least, Ganesha. What blockages he's taking and what gifts he's giving. Ooh, 2 for the feminine. So, for the masculine, clear your energy. The divine is helping clear the energy. So anything that's blocking him from wanting to clear his energy, they're getting rid of that, and he's getting to clear his energy. And then for the feminine, taking on our priorities. So anything that's blocking us from doing that, taking on our priorities and then achieving. See, we get into that darker space, make that a priority, and then we achieve more of our feminine energy. Look, he's even, hey, look at that. All right. So we're taking on more of that feminine energy and we're making achievement and getting that love, moving more toward that love. Him moving more toward that love and making the choice for us instead of this karmic stuff. Making the choice for us, moving forward in this, okay? Too cute. Okay, so, all right. Hope you enjoyed this weekly and resonated in some way, and it'll help us this week, you know? I just like to feel the energies that are surrounding us to take from, okay? So, and to be aware of, to stay more positive, keep our vibration high, always helping the masculine with that as well, right? Staying within our passion, feminine getting in deeper and deeper, and so all of this can really endure. Love endures is what they're telling us. So if we stay within a loving place, even when we are in the darkness, stay within that loving place and you will endure and you will move forward and you will have much achievement within love. But this is the priority right now, and that helps him clear his energy. So he's saying choose this love because he knows we have this connection. And so, woo, okay. So a lot going on, I'm sure, for the holidays for everyone. So I hope you have a great week. And hopefully you'll see me back with the full moon reading and what to be open to release and what be open to receive. And once again, thank you for all my clients and all my future clients who will be coming to me. Love helping everyone, loving with the healings, coming up with more and more healings to really get to the core, to really release these things so we can move forward even quicker and in more whole divine energies. So reach out if you're interested. And I have a second page. It says services continued. That's where the past life one is as well. So, thank you always for liking, subscribing, sharing, commenting, and of course donating, keeping me alive, keeping me be able to do this every week. So thank you, thank you, thank you. And hopefully to see you soon in the full moon reading. Share the love.